Let's set the stage. With Michael Jordan retired, the 2003 NBA draft injected new, marketable stars that helped revitalize the NBA's popularity. From LeBron's iconic all-white oversized baggy suit to international intrigue over certain prospects, the incredible talent made this a truly unique event. One of the hoopers in this historic draft class was none other than the Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo was a bucket when you needed a bucket. His offensive gameplay was second to none. He could shoot the rock from the inside, outside, and everywhere in between. And with this comprehensive skill set, over the years, Carmelo was able to rack up a laundry list of accolades. But even with this crazy bag of skills that he had, the number of long playoff runs in his career seemed to be few and far in between. And, as many know, he never obtained a ring. So how is the nigga that's really this nice never make it to the top? And actually having to struggle to find teams to play on towards the end of his career? This is the peculiar story of one of basketball's greatest scorers. Carmelo Anthony's basketball journey began in 1984 in the Red Hook projects of Brooklyn, New York. The streets of Red Hook shaped his toughness and competitive spirit. His father, after whom he was named, was a young basketball prospect himself before a life of crime derailed his dreams. He experienced the tragic loss of his father at the age of 2. Determined to avoid some of those same pitfalls, a 7-year-old Melo found solace on the concrete courts of the Gowanus housing projects. It was there he first learned to dribble a basketball, emulating his idols like Bernard King. By age 10, Anthony's prodigious talents were already turning heads at New York's legendary West 4th Street basketball courts. His lethal jump shot was unmatched in the city's fiercely competitive AAU circuit. He would go on to start his high school basketball career at Townsend Catholic High School in Baltimore. He would later transfer to Oak Hill Academy in Virginia for his senior year. Oak Hill was known for producing basketball stars, and Carmelo quickly made his mark, averaging an impressive 21.7 points and 8.1 rebounds per game. He would lead his team to a 31-1 record. His standout performances earned him a spot in the McDonald's All-American game, solidifying his status as one of the top high school players in the nation. After being a highly sought-after recruit, Carmelo would choose to attend Syracuse University, where as a freshman he averaged 22.2 points and 10 rebounds, leading the Orangemen to the NCAA championship game. Syracuse continued on to win their first NCAA championship in 2002. Melo's stat line was 20, 10, and 7, which earned him Most Outstanding Player. Anthony's dominant high school and collegiate performances would allow him to become a one-and-done collegiate athlete and pave his way to be selected 3rd overall in the 2003 draft. His rookie season was with the Denver Nuggets, where he averaged 21 points, 6.1 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. This impressive rookie season would lead him to finish second in the Rookie of the Year voting, only to, guess, oh yeah, that's right, LeBron James. The following seasons of his career would be filled with a myriad of highs and lows. During Melo's stint with the Denver Nuggets, he averaged around 24.9 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Despite these numbers allowing Melo to lead the Nuggets to the playoffs consistently, including a Western Conference Final appearance in 2009, where he lost to the late, great Kobe Bryant 4-2, the team struggled to advance deep into the playoffs and often exited in the first round. These playoff blunders would lead Carmelo to be traded to the New York Knicks in 2011, where Anthony revitalized the franchise and led them to multiple playoff appearances. He would also set the Knicks record for most points scored in the game, 62 points, in 2014 at Madison Square Garden. Despite his personal success, the Knicks failed to achieve significant postseason success and struggled with team management and roster issues. For the rest of Carmelo's career, he would go around being traded by various teams, starting with the Oklahoma City Thunder from 2017 to 2018, then to the Houston Rockets, being part of the 2018-2019 season before being traded. For the remainder of the 2018-2019 season, Melo would be traded to the Atlanta Hawks, where he never actually suited up for them because the Hawks bought out his contract. He then moved on to the Portland Trail Blazers, where he played for 2 seasons. Afterwards, he would play for the Los Angeles Lakers for 1 season, his final NBA season before retiring in 2023. A short stint with some of these teams, as well as his changing role as he aged in the NBA, affected his gameplay. It's clear to say that he went from a number 1 option to someone off the bench later in his career. After he started playing for the Portland Trailblazers after a short hiatus, Anthony struggled to regain his all-star form, though he provided valuable scoring off the bench. And he actually hit one of his final clutch shots while playing for Portland against the Toronto Raptors January 7, 2020. The shot was nothing but a simple pull-up midi, but it showed that the nigga still had ice in his veins after all those years. Carmelo's personal achievements would include 10 NBA All-Star appearances and multiple All-NBA team selections, scoring over 28,000 career points, placing him number 10 on the top scorers in NBA history. He would also go on to win 3 Olympic gold medals 2008, 2012, and 2016, and become the all-time leading scorer for Team USA in the Olympics. And so we finally arrived. With all his accolades and scoring ability, how come Anthony never ascended to an NBA championship? Many people criticize Anthony for his lack of defense and perceived leadership early in his career. He also lacked a strong supporting cast and team depth around him, especially during his prime years with the New York Knicks. His unwillingness to adapt his game and accept a reduced role later in his career when he joined potential contenders such as the Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston Rockets hurt his career in the long run because he could have very easily became a 3-and-D guy. However, his defensive limitations became exposed and he struggled to fit in as a complementary scorer instead of being the first option like he was earlier in his career. Despite his offensive ability to put the ball in the bucket, he lacked elite playmaking ability to carry a team single-handedly. And the stats don't really lie on this, being that his career assist average was 2.7 per game. He also made some interesting decisions during his free agency, re-signing with the New York Knicks for a 5-year, $124 million contract, instead of prioritizing joining potential super teams such as LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and others that were in their primes. While he did come close in 2009 with the Denver Nuggets, he often fell short against more balanced and cohesive opponents in the playoffs. The pickup style of basketball that he played in Brooklyn growing up probably made him great and was probably also one of his biggest downfalls. I believe this form of basketball helped make him successful early in his career, from high school into college and then from college to the NBA. But when you're playing highly skilled teams with players that each know their role on the team, you have to be able to learn and adapt different players' skill set and learn how to make that a cohesive team. Even amidst all the controversies and interesting decisions, Carmelo Anthony was still able to retire as one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He had a total of 6 All-NBA selections and finished number 9th on the all-time scoring list. However, the elusive NBA championship ring eluded Anthony. With his best chances earlier in his career with the Nuggets and the Knicks, he often fell short in the playoffs despite a prolific scoring ability. While Anthony will often be remembered for his offensive dominance and clutch performances, Anthony lacked an elite supporting cast and struggled on defense, preventing him from reaching the pinnacle of team success in the NBA.